So hey guys, so first of all, to start with this track, we did the drums. Classic hitting drums. It's simply a bit boring here. So what we did, we added a nice little bit of low cut to get rid of any unwanted rumble at the bottom end, and then some overdrive. Really distort it and bring it a bit of grit to it, give it a bit of flavour. And then from this, we just gradually started adding more of a wider kind of disco snare. And again, another layer of a snare, some hats, just to give it a bit more movement. And then another fat kick drum. As you notice with a kick drum, it plays like kind of a silent kick before every end of the bar. Just notice it there. And that's pretty much the drums throughout the song. And the fast hat kind of dips in and out. That's the drums.
So once we had the drums, the next thing to do was basically to add a bit of bass and the calls and just get the feel for where we was going with the track. So we'll get back to these effects in a moment, but the first thing you hear is the bass line. And that is made up of two basses, which is actually playing, this one's playing the octave. Also coming in there, you can hear the first part of it had a filter on it, so it was low cut, so there was no bass on the intro part. And then when the verse starts, you can start to hear it really kick in. And these basses are essentially, this one is from Silent. This is a bass called Able Tunes Ocean Bass. Bit of distortion added to it. And I mean, there's a ton of stuff on this channel, which is probably far too much, but I guess when we was going through it, we just tweaked it until we got it sounding how we wanted it. If I take everything off, you guys might be able to hear. So it's quite flat there. And as we start to add stuff back onto it, then you can start to hear how it goes. And then this is a top end bass here, which gives it a bit more tone. And this is a Diva synth, just a square. There you have it.
Guys, next is my personal favourite part of the song, is kind of the musical elements, and we're going to dig straight into them. So we kind of got this nice pad. You see the MIDI there. Real nice atmospheric kind of sounds, as you can see here. Before had a lot of rumble and top end to it, so we kind of put the channel EQ, got rid of the tops, took all the rumble out the bottom end as well, some gain on it, and obviously the Nicky Romero kickstart. And that kind of carries throughout the whole song, that pad. And next, to follow that, just some EP Rhodes, just to give it a nice bit of body. Same MIDI. And then one thing I think everyone kind of recognises, and it was done purposely, was the power lead we used. And we really wanted to add this just as a little carry on, just so as you hear it you're like, oh, I've heard that kind of sound before in EXO song, and to let you know that it's a London Noise song as well. And there's the MIDI. Really simple patterns.
So as the track started to build, we got a really good feeling for the record. It reminded us of Lucky One, a mixture of Lucky One and Power, the more elements we was adding. Producers we really love, obviously, dance music icons, Daft Punk. the lead sound we used in Power was kind of, you know, a little nod to them, and we use that again in this, and that really gives the track a big sci-fi, you know, space feel. Obviously the movie Tron was very sci-fi, and the cars and the tempo and everything else. So when it comes to writing the song, that's one of the concepts that we had, and we conveyed that to Dees and Adrian and my boy PCY, and yeah, they come through on the lyrics and absolutely smashed it. But before we get into that, I want to show you guys a bit more music anyway. So as the chorus starts, more elements start to enter. There's a piano, which is just a MIDI copied down again. This is an M1 piano, classic chord, pads, little art, that side chain synth as well, and one of the big elements is this guitar. I'll show you guys that. So this is just a straight guitar riff, which we pitch wheeled, as you can see. So initially it would have been here, but we added a lot of elements to it. It's really important to manipulate samples and make them your own, because if you don't do that, your records are going to sound the same. This is just a simple disco guitar. So once we got it to the pitch we wanted, we added that side chain once again, some EQ. Sample delay is really good for making stuff wider. A little bit of bit crush for distortion. An octave on the pitch. And then we went down again for some reason. But yeah, altogether, it really works and adds a huge element to lifting that chorus.
So next, guys, what we're going to get into is the mid-8 of the song. Now, whenever we work with Dees, who co-produced this with us, we always give him a track up to the mid-8 section, because we know when he hears a song, he'll instantly go to his keyboard and he'll come up with this crazy kind of chord progression, and we'll be like, right, that's the mid-8, and he'll always ask, is this good? And we'll just, everyone be standing there, their jaws to the floor like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So what we did here is he gave us the kind of Rhodes element, which is really nice and cool, and we added our own kind of vintage kind of synth on top of that, and as you can hear, it's got kind of a rusty kind of, sounds like it comes from an real old piece of equipment, but in fact it just comes from the standard Logic synth plugin, and that's really cool. And then on top of that, he added in this crazy lead sound, which gradually builds towards the end. Crazy. Woo! Fire. And then, finally, I just want to highlight something in the last chorus. Is we just have a lot of things going on in this last part of the chorus, just because this last chorus we wanted to add something new in, and there's a few more leads kind of battling each other to kind of, again, goes back to that Tron thing of things coming together, sounds, colours clashing, and here it is, the final piece. There's a nice slow down there as well. Loads of arcs battling each other. It sounds like a game of Tron to me. It's a battle of sounds. And that's pretty much it for the music.
Right, now obviously you're hearing the full finished version of the track here, the full post-production version. When we're writing to these songs, we don't have it at this level. It's mainly like the chords, the bass, a bit of the structure. So bear that in mind. You don't always need to bring your tracks up to this kind of level before you start writing. This is just to show you, you know, the final instrumental. I'm going to get onto the vocals now and show you guys some of the demo. And there's a hell of a lot of vocals in here as well, as you can see. So many tracks. This is Adrian. Adrian's killer vocalist. We've worked with him on so many songs for EXO and so many songs for other artists as well. Absolutely pleasure to work with him. And obviously the combination of him and Dee's, you know, their writing and their arrangement of melodies is just killer. Just want to get into the chorus. Way down with all your gravity. You take it off of me, but it's alright, 'cause you don't... Forget the system overload. Show you some of the BVs. Let's take out the main leads for now. I'm ready for you. Don't weigh me down with all your gravity. You take it off of me, but it's alright, 'cause you don't have to be dragging me. Forget the system error. Just too many channels. But yeah, so one little tip for you guys is this CLA vocals. This is really cool for an overall vocal effect. You can mess with it, you can tweak it, delays, the pitch, reverb times, and we always have that on one of our vocal channels. So that's a really good one to start with. 붙잡고 있어